The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. The Mavs, guys, are still a threat to go deep into the playoffs as long as they have Dirk on their team. But with him aging and no clear superstar to take the reins from him, Kenny, how much longer will Dallas be a legit threat?
Ooh, Ernie, this might be it, man. A year at most, of having a chance to reach the finals the way the team is constructed, So, last year in the second half of the season, they struggled. They went 15, I think, and 15 out of 7 after the All-Star break, 15
and 17, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a different team as the season goes on. So they need to find some youth somewhere.
I'm not saying this year or next year, but soon they're going to have to do a major rebuild because, they spent so long adding vets to the team. They're trading them for youthful guys, but really not working right now. So, again, they're going to have to do a major rebuild sometime here.
And now time for tip-off. We send it to Kevin Harlan, who has the call.
It's the NBA Live on 2K Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. Fans are making some noise here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for their Mavericks. And so off the tip, it's New York. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Galloway in at the 1. And the shot is good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on as the season grew older. More and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Now here's Parsons. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3 seconds goal. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season. It wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Here's Anthony. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And so here is Dallas following the score by New York. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Matthews. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Porzingis. On the wing of Aflalo. Lopez a screen. Takes a shot at the elbow, and there's another one for the Knicks.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Outside Williams. Nowitzki a screen. They set the pick. Nobody near Parsons. They grab their own miss. Goes up again. Nowitzki, good. Nowitzki's got his first bucket of the night.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And how about last year? Dirk Nowitzki jumping to 7th all-time in scoring. I mean, passing the great Moses Malone for that spot, and he surely will keep climbing this season.
Now here's Anthony. Parsons with some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Nowitzki. Here's Pachulia. Oh, that's blocked. And a fast break now for New York. Follow against Matthews. Now Follow kicks to Galloway. Lopez a screen. Shot from the wing. But they recover it. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Outside Williams. Nowitzki outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
Boy, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Free throw good, Nowitzki.
You know, in Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign-born player ever. Of course, you have a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash, Parker, just to name a few.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Felton comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Williams. Back to the topic, and Nowitzki is the greatest foreign-born player ever. I think Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark is really his only challenger.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I'd keep Hakeem at the top of that list just because of his presence and impact at both ends of the floor. But Dirk, clearly one of the all-time greats in NBA history. He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Charlie Villanueva. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Dallas making a switch here. Evans is checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Williams is checked in. Here's O'Quinn. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. O'Quinn's got his first basket of the night.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Now here's Barea. Shoots from the line. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Villanueva's got his first points of the game.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Now, here's O'Quinn. Clock at 4. Calderon passes to Seraphin.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Knicks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77%. As a team.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
That free throw good from Seraphin. Dallas might always be considered a football town, but they take their basketball seriously here too. Huge attendance numbers, a long string of games for consecutive sellouts for the Mavs, not only last season, but for many years gone by.
And how about being third in the league in average attendance? And by percentages, they were first as they oversold the capacity of their stadium on average.
Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Grant kicks to O'Quinn. Some nice passing by New York here. Grant dishes to O'Quinn. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Matthews. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
.15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And here's Barea. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Matthews. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
Calderon. No good. It's a tie game in Dallas. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And some tough time for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in this franchise.
They pulled all the strings to get me here, and I wanted to be here. And yeah, I want New York to be that place where guys want to come play in New York, you know, and I want to retire in New York. I mean, let's just be quite frank.
Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
And you know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Devin Harris is out there with Darren Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the center position. Here's Anthony. Darren Williams picking up that last basket. The pass to Porzingis. Here's Afflalo from 13 feet. It goes down. Afflalo's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
You know, watching Aaron Afflalo, incredible form on his jumper, excellent mid-range shooter who's made himself into one of the league's better three-point shooters, too.
Here's Galloway, covered by Parsons. The feed to Afflalo. They get it back. Lopez. And at last, they get one to fall. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
Timeout. Start it.
Okay, Dallas, now stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
Raymond Felton, who's checked in for Devin Harris.
Dancers, give them a round of applause, fans.
Nowitzki a screen. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Porzingis passes to Anthony. The high post shot. Can't hit. And it's Dallas the other way.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Now here's Felton. He's tightly guarded. Parsons attacking. Pachulia, good.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. And as they always seem to do, the Mavs feasted on the Eastern Conference last season. Dallas would end up with 50 wins on the year, and 21 of them coming against the East. In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
The Mavericks trailing. There's the screen. It's Williams with the drive. Pachulia, no luck. As you said, the Mavs just taking it to the Eastern Conference. It's been that way for a long time, it seems. They've really Clark got that number.
Well, under the Mavs' current ownership, they have never had a losing record against the Eastern Conference, Kevin. Beating up the East is why they've been in the playoffs so much in the last 15 years.
6 on the shot clock. No one covering. And it's a 5-point Knicks lead.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Parsons outside. Down low. And it's sent back by Lopez.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
That's good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Galloway. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Passes it to Porzingis. Outside Anthony. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Stolen. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Galloway, no good. Mavericks trail by 7.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
And Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Jeremy Evans comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Matthews, he's checked in for Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Williams. Here's Calderon. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Picked by Williams. Williams, a screen on Felton. Calderon against Felton. Clock at 6 to the right side. Williams for 3. New York, no good that time either. Mavericks trail by 5. Barea kicks to Villanueva. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Devin Harris is checked in for Dallas. For New York, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Now here is Harris. Kicks it to Evans. Dallas needs to get off a shot. That's a 2 from Matthews. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
Nobody near Williams. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Mavericks trail by 7. Now Matthews. 6 points for him. It's tipped. And that does it for the first half of play. New York ahead, up by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, what allowed you to function so well offensively?
We got vets. We got guys that know how to play basketball. We come together as a team. We're doing that, and we're just trying to take it one day at a time. That's it.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. In the second quarter, we began to see what they're capable of when everything starts clicking, as they pulled out to a 7-point lead by the end of the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And over to Kenny. Let's get your insights on Dallas.
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first half. I mean, guys are shooting the ball lights out. But you have to do more to get stops. I mean, tough defense is the key. And if you put pressure on the ball and more bodying up down low, that's going to establish more aggressive tone that might shut them down in the second half.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Mavericks trail by 7. And on the floor for Derek Fisher as we get into the second half, they've got Porzingis, also Anthony out there. Aflalo is out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Galloway in at the point guard position. Now here's Pachulia. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first free throw is good. Talking about Zaza's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Zaza. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
You look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Williams dishes to Parsons. Takes the 13-footer. Pachulia, no luck.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
Here's Anthony. Darren Williams picking up that last basket. And that one's good, Anthony.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Mavericks trail by 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
Intercepted. There's Galloway. He's covered by Matthews. There's a good screen. On its way from Aflalo for 2. Here's Porzingis, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Knicks have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And we've seen Dallas just be fantastic since the start of the new millennium. Year in and year out, they seem to always win 50 games. Hit that mark again last season.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Well, last season they won 50, Greg, as you just said. That marked Clark the 12th time. It happened since 2000.
Well, clearly this franchise has been committed to winning. I mean, you hear that from a lot of franchises, but they often aren't willing to take the risk that the Mavericks take. And the Mavs do a good job of putting their money where their mouth is.
That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Matthews.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Here's Porzingis. He has 6. Here's Anthony. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now here's Parsons. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Nowitzki a screen. Parsons attacking. He used that pick to get in close.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year. Just lacked any real presence in the paint. And lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
Mavericks making a change here. Felton's checked in. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries. It seemed like all over the place all season.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there. And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Both free throws good from Parsons. And Chandler Parsons really set off a Texas rivalry last year, drafted by the Rockets in the second round. He received an offer sheet in free agency from the team's rival, the Dallas Mavericks. Eventually chose Dallas, injured in the playoffs, hurt a knee, only played the one game. But I think they've got great things ahead for him with the Mavs.
Yeah, you know, Parsons was a restricted free agent, so that meant the Rockets could match if they wanted to, but they declined to match Dallas's offer, which sent Parsons packing just up the road in Texas.
Here is Seraphin after Wesley Matthews score, and that one's good. 16 points for Carmelo Anthony.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Felton goes in. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, back to the topic of Parsons' free agency, the offer from the Mavs was 3 years, $46 million. Houston didn't want to go that high, so they reluctantly let Parsons leave. Ultimately, Houston filled Parsons' small forward role with the signing of Trevor Ariza. Not bad.
And talking about the Texas showdown over Parsons last year, even his teammates got involved. After Parsons left, James Harden reacted saying that Dwight Howard and Harden were the cornerstones of the Rockets. But that's probably nothing compared to the rivalry that the two teams' ownerships felt.
Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Parsons. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Knicks leading by 5. Feeds it to O'Quinn. And it's off from three-point range. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Matthews against Grant. Some nice passing by New York here. Shot by Serafin, no good. The Maverick shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Screen by Villanueva. Here's Matthews. No good. Good work defensively by Anthony. The Knicks shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Here's Calderon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Calderon's got his first points in this one.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Nowitzki. For New York, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Grant outside. Pass to O'Quinn from about 16. Matthews with the rebound. O'Quinn's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Matthews kicks to Harris. Screen by Villanueva. A floater. Knicks with the rebound.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
1 second left. Heath clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 18 points for Carmelo Anthony. The third quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. New York leading by 7. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Darren Williams out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here's Aflalo. 5 on the clock. Here's Galloway. Banked in off the glass. Galloway has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for New York.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Barea, the pass to Pachulia. Barea dishes to Williams. Leans from outside. They get it again. Here's Pachulia. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Aflalo. Lopez a screen. Galloway kicks to Lopez. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on Chandler Parsons.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
And so he hits both.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Now here's Parsons. There's the dish to Pachulia. Little turnaround, and another basket for Dallas.
I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
The Knicks leading by 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Lopez a screen. And here's a follow for 3. Here's Porzingis. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Porzingis has got the lead up to 9 now for New York. Dishes it to Parsons. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Three on the clock. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds in this game. They set the screen. Williams kicks to Afflalo. Back to Williams. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Parsons attacking. Shot from the low block. No good. And New York the other way now. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Porzingis, defended by Nowitzki. And stolen by Parsons. Barea, the pass to Parsons. Right side, Williams. Nice shot from the wing.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Here is Williams. Darren Williams picking up that last basket. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Barea dishes to Williams. Right wing. Nowitzki against Lopez. A clear look for Parsons. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. New York leading by 5. Here's Galloway. On the wing of Afflalo. Shoots the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Nowitzki's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Williams against Afflalo. Now here's Nowitzki. Not a lot of room. Nowitzki sets a screen for Williams. There's the steal. There's Galloway. Guarded by Barea. Here's the screen. Afflalo kicks to Lopez. Got a hand on it. And now here comes Williams leading the break. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Barea.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Wesley Matthews checked in for J.J. Barea. And New York with a change here, too. Anthony's checked in. .110 left here in the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Galloway. To Porzingis. Goes back up. Sinks it.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
.55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's Nowitzki missing. Now the Knicks with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Galloway, the pass to a flyer. Outside Anthony. Lopez a screen. Anthony dishes to Galloway. Rocket 6. Lets it fly. The Knicks rebound. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul.
There's 25 seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
Darren Williams. That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Dallas, Langston Galloway. 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6.
Okay, Dallas, now stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's the pick. Here's Matthews. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Parsons for 3. Can't get it to go. Anthony with the defensive effort. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his third personal foul. Shooting for Dallas, Langston Galloway. Taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. Matthews misses the shot. So it's New York picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, we have a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get off your shots when you're in such a tight coverage situation? A defender right in your grill.
It's easy. If my man back off on me, shoot it. If I got 2, pass the ball, find somebody else.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Carmelo Anthony. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage.
Wow. He was doing some serious battling with the bigs down low. He's not afraid to go hard to the rack wherever he had the chance. He doesn't care about their size. He's going in there, and he's going in there often. I think he caught him off guard with that aggressive behavior.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.